For decades, the green card was the golden ticket of American immigration, a symbol of security, hope, and belonging for millions of people from all corners of the world. It represented not just a legal status, but a dream realized after years of waiting, sacrifice, and perseverance. Earning a green card meant you'd successfully navigated the complex and often overwhelming maze of U.S. immigration law. It was proof that you had met every requirement, passed every background check, and earned a place as a lawful permanent resident in the United States. With this status, people built new lives from the ground up. They bought homes, started businesses, and raised families, trusting that their hard-won status was stable and their future secure. The green card was a foundation on which to build the American dream. For generations, the green card was seen as a guarantee. Follow the rules, contribute to your community, and you belong. It was a promise that if you did everything right, you would be allowed to stay. But now, that promise is fading, and the sense of security it once offered is slipping away. Recent policy shifts, changing regulations, and heated political rhetoric have made permanent residency feel more fragile than ever before. The rules seem to change overnight, leaving many feeling vulnerable and exposed. The idea of a green card as a one-way street to citizenship is being dismantled, replaced by a system where nothing feels certain. Instead, legal residents now face a new era of uncertainty, as the government reserves the right to reevaluate and even revoke status based on shifting, sometimes vague criteria. Even long-term residents can find themselves at risk. The sense of finality is gone, replaced by anxiety, fear, and a constant worry that the rules could change at any moment, upending lives without warning. Millions now live in a state of limbo, unsure if the foundation they built their lives on will hold, or if it could be swept away by the next policy change. The once rock-solid promise of the green card is now anything but certain, leaving families and individuals to wonder what the future truly holds. The Trump administration has issued a stark message to green card holders: act like a guest. This warning isn't just a passing comment. It's a signal of a deeper shift in how the United States views its legal residents. This phrase redefines the relationship between legal residents and the country they call home, turning what was once a promise of stability into a reminder of uncertainty. Being a guest means your stay is conditional. You can be asked to leave if you step out of line, no matter how long you've lived here or how much you've contributed. The government now holds all the cards, and the rights of permanent residents are no longer guaranteed. The sense of security that once came with a green card is fading, replaced by anxiety and doubt. Criticizing the government or joining a protest could put your status at risk. Even peaceful expressions of opinion are now seen as potential threats to your residency. The green card, once a symbol of inclusion and hope, now feels like a leash, reminding residents they're always being watched, their actions constantly scrutinized. This shift undermines integration, suggesting that no matter how long you live here, you'll always be an outsider. It creates invisible barriers, making it harder for immigrants to feel truly at home. The goal of permanent residency was once to foster belonging and pave the way to citizenship, encouraging people to build lives and invest in their communities. Now, lawful residents are recast as guests on probation, living with the constant threat of removal. Every decision, every action is weighed against the risk of losing everything. This policy doesn't just affect individuals, it weakens communities, sowing distrust and instability. Neighbors become wary, and the sense of unity that once defined neighborhoods begins to erode. The message is clear: your place here is never truly secure. For many, the American dream now comes with a warning label. You are welcome, but only for as long as you are allowed to stay. Today, scrutiny of green card holders extends deep into their digital lives. Immigration authorities monitor what legal residents post, like, and share online. A single joke, opinion, or association can be flagged as a red flag. Your digital footprint is now evidence used to judge your character and loyalty. The fear of being misunderstood forces many to self-censor, avoiding online debate or dissent. Even long-time residents risk losing everything over a social media post. Increased questioning at borders and daily monitoring reinforce the message, you're under suspicion. This climate of fear drives people to withdraw from public life, eroding their sense of belonging. For many, the freedom to speak and participate is now a risk they can't afford. Senator J.D. Vance has become a leading voice for a more conditional view of legal immigration. He argues that green cards should be probationary, not permanent, a status that can be revoked for failing to meet shifting standards. This Vance doctrine reframes legal immigrants as people perpetually on trial, not future citizens. If this philosophy becomes law, green card holders could face stricter rules, less privacy, and constant uncertainty. The impact is already felt. Agencies take a harder line, and the meaning of a green card is up for debate. Millions now wonder if their place in America will last. The path to citizenship is no longer clear or assured. The threat of surveillance and punishment has silenced many green card holders. Speaking out, criticizing policies, or joining protests now feels too risky. Silence becomes a survival strategy. Self-censorship is a rational response to real danger. The stakes are high. A single misstep could mean deportation and the loss of everything. This fear drives people out of civic life, weakening democracy and fraying community ties. Even joining organizations or associating with politically active friends can feel dangerous. The result is isolation, distrust, and a loss of the vibrant contributions immigrants bring. When voices are silenced, the nation loses its diversity and strength. The promise of e pluribus unum is undermined when so many are told to stay quiet. The debate over these policies pits national security against individual rights. The government claims stricter oversight is needed to protect the country, but critics warn of dangerous overreach. Treating millions as suspects erodes the presumption of innocence and opens the door to abuse. Legal residents are protected by the Constitution, yet are now told their rights are conditional. This creates a two-tiered system, one for citizens, another for those who followed every rule to be here. The core question, will America remain a nation that welcomes and protects, or one that sacrifices liberty for a false sense of security? The answer will define the country's character for years to come. America's green card holders now stand at a crossroads, facing decisions that will not only affect their own lives, but also the future of the country itself. If current trends continue, the meaning of permanent residency could shift dramatically, turning what was once a secure status into something conditional and easily revoked, leaving millions in a state of limbo. Such a change would transform the U.S. from a nation known for integration and stability into one marked by uncertainty, anxiety, and fear for many who have built their lives here. The impact would ripple across the nation, making it harder to attract global talent, discouraging innovation, and ultimately weakening the country's competitive edge on the world stage. In response, many green card holders are now rushing to become citizens, feeling they can no longer trust the promise of permanence that once defined their status. This surge is a vote of no confidence in the system, a clear sign that people feel unprotected and vulnerable in the very country they have come to call home. The debate over green cards is really a debate about America's soul. Will it remain a beacon of hope and opportunity, or become a fortress of suspicion and exclusion? The path chosen now will shape not just today's policies, but the nation's identity and future for generations to come.